Hey there, YouTube. This is Mr.Lubufu, and I'm here with your Magic the Gathering Concept Arc here spoilers. There's quite a few of them, and we're going to go through. A lot of just value rares have been printed, and so we're just going to go ahead and hop right in. So first we have Mantis Rider, which is a 3/3 flying vigilance with haste that costs blue, red, white for, a 3/3. It does all that stuff. So it's basically you take off a point of toughness and Lightning Angel, which is fantastic. This card's actually it's actually really strong. I would not be surprised if it saw standard play. It's hard to deal with. It's incredible what giving it so many keywords is. And I'm not sure if this is a cycle or not, but it sort of seems like it is. Anyway, next we have Icy Blast, which is X blue for an instant to tap X creatures, and ferocious if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Those creatures don't untap. Now, what I'm sad about is that they made this a rare. Gridlock was an uncommon, and yeah, this is, slightly better than Gridlock. But then Sleep was also an uncommon. Yeah, it's a strong one, but so I kind of regret having this as a rare. I don't know why they did that. That's my only beef with it. I love these effects in limited particularly. We have Clever Impersonator, which is what everyone's talking about because it's awesome. You can copy things, and if you copy a Garrick and then plus it to kill the other it's so good. I'm not sure if this clone effect will be strong enough for constructed. We haven't seen a good clone effect since Phantasmal Image, but maybe just having the best permanent in play instead of the best creature in play would be good enough for this. Who knows? I personally am a huge fan that we finally have a reason to have, or like, when you copy things, loyalty counters is one of them that's copied, and that was on my judge test, and there you go. Finally a guy that can do it. We have Suspension Field, which is one colorless white. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile a target creature with toughness 3 or greater until it leaves the battlefield. So it's a mini Banishing Light, sort of. I don't know. I'm not a fan of this, to be completely honest. Because it seems like just a weaker Journey to Nowhere, and I would have preferred Journey to Nowhere, to be completely honest. This sort of conditional effect makes it once rotation happens. I think this will be better than Chain to the Rocks, but still worse than Banishing Light. Just saying. Next we have the mythic that was spoiled today, Friday, Empty the Pits. So it's XX black for delved, but X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield tapped. So the way I read this card is 4 black, and then exile 2 cards from your graveyard to put a 2/2. That's basically how it reads, and that's how Delve works, of sorts. So every card in your graveyard, adds basically half a zombie. So I think it's pretty cool that they made it in an instant. I think that's fun. I don't think there'll be the support. I mean, quad black is really hard to do, and yeah, I think this is definitely one of those fun EDH cards though, but I don't think it'll be standard playable. Next we have Savage Knuckle Blade, which is a 4/4 for blue, red, green that can either get +2/+2 till end of turn, activate the ability only once, or unsummon it, or give it haste. Now this feels so much like WOLLY THOCTAR. It really does. Apart from it triggering ferocious and limited, if you get it, this guy feels like Morphling and WOLLY THOCTAR met and had this wonderful baby, and they're like, ew, it's a Yeti. It's terrifying. I don't know where this joke was going. Okay, moving right along. We have Ankle Shankha, which is one of my favorite names. 2 colors, red, white, black for 2/2 haste that when it attacks, creatures you control gain first strike and death touch, i.e., you lose combat. You can't. This thing, it attacks, and you are not winning that combat. Period. You're a sad panda. It demands an answer right away. That's why it's 5 mana for a 2/2. But first strike and death touch is a very, very, very powerful combination. He certainly shanks some things. That's for certain. We have Hardened Scale, so it's a 1 mana enchantment. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be placed, you put that many +1/+1 instead. Now, the fact that it only costs green means they finally took their terrible green enchantments and made them at a reasonable cost. However, with the lack of Cloudfin Raptor and Experiment 1 and those sort of things, like the lack of those, along with a lot of stuff from Return to Ravnica, like that had the +1/+1 counter sub theme that I always wanted to do. It is unfortunate that this comes then. I don't know. I don't think he'll see play because the +1/+1 Abzan theme is way too slow for constructed, I think. So yeah, I do like it. I like the feel of it. And lastly, they spoiled the other 3 Tri-lands, which I don't think I made it clear enough in the past video. The Tri-lands are really good. Like, seriously. Keep that in mind. Just because they're uncommons doesn't mean that they're bad mana fixing. This format, they're actually going to be quite good. Okay. I apologize for breaking so many eardrums of headphone users, but that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys all for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Or if you're in the SCG St. Louis, I'll see you there. Bye!